if you do MBBS from India and even PG from India, you have two career options. After completing PG from India, you can do one thing is doing a super PG or fellowship in America, for which you have to clear the step 1, CK, CS, and step 3. So you're not going to escape these examinations, okay? And after completing the PG, you have to super PG, that is fellowship, you have to come back and work in India. If you say I want to settle in America, then you have to repeat the PG in America. The only exception to this rule is MD radiology. India is the only country and radiology is the only specialization where your Indian PG degree is recognized. You can give your USMLEs and directly do fellowship and can settle in the USA. Okay, I hope this answers your question. Whom they will consider more, fresher or no? There is no comparison in Namuri. Just because you have had an Indian PG does not give you more value. Okay, Chandni is asking, is Indian PG valid in Canada? How can we settle in Canada after PG from India? Absolutely yes, Chandni. That's what I just mentioned. Let me quickly answer Chandni's question. Chandni, as you can see, if you have completed your PG from India, there are two things you have to do. Okay, if you have done a PG from India, first thing, you will prepare for this MECI examination, Medical Council of Canada examination. If you study for USMLE, you can easily clear the MECI examination. It's of a similar difficulty level. I mean, in fact, MECI is easier. Okay. And second thing you have to do is you have to apply for your immigration under the specialist pathway. Okay. They have a specialist pathway under which you file for your immigration. There are licensed immigration providers which are there on the Canadian immigration website. Approach them, file for your immigration, no problem. Okay. And this, I am not giving you some random information. I have had in past senior physicians, meaning people who have been working in government or private hospitals in India for like 10 years, 15 years. Now they have settled in Canada by giving this exam and parallelly applying for the what we call as immigration, right? Next interesting question I have, let me quickly see this question. Which country pays the highest stipend for PG? Pranjali is asking this question. Interesting. Pranjali, just Google. Very, very simple, because currently the match season is going on for UK, sorry, for in US. So I'm doing this entire research for a lot of my students. Okay. So very simple, you select internal medicine or whichever specialization, Pranjali, not just internal medicine. I don't know which specialization do you want to do PG in, but yeah, you just type that and just type PGY1 and salary, and you will come to know which country gives you the highest stipend. Okay, in US, how much they do give, and you can then compare it with other countries. Germany is about 20 lakhs annually. How much is US? To INR. How much is this? Convert this amount to INR. And I'm not saying one college, maximum colleges 40 lakhs to 50 lakhs is the average per year. So monthly it is 3 to 4 lakh rupees. So US is the highest. Second is Germany, which gives around 20 lakh rupees. Okay. And that's not it. That's not it. There are range bound vacations, personal health days, book allowance, and insurance, which is very expensive in UK, I mean US. All of these things are also being given. Okay, so you don't spend a single money from your pocket. Whichever country you go for, planning has to be done very early. Okay, whether it is USMLE, next, PG, the concept has to be very, very clear. Okay. Please guys, understand this very, very clearly. Your planning has to be very, very clear. Okay, because usually those who prepare for US give their step 1 year. In the final years they prepare for the next exam, then in the internship year give the step 2 and step 2 CS, or those who are planning to do Indian PG, okay, will give their MECI or other exams, whichever country they later on want to settle in, basically. Okay, but the planning has to be done well in advance. Now, another very important question, I don't want to miss it, because I just want to understand your current level of orientation, and just want to kind of understand how whether you guys are thinking about your future and what plans do you have.